Using cheats in a GTA game has become sort of a ritual for longtime fans of the series. Cheat codes have been an iconic part of the series since the very first GTA game. Many fans believe that the original GTA Trilogy had the best cheats in the series. The 3D Universe Trilogy only used conventional text-based, PC-only, and controller input cheats. This was changed in GTA 4, which only used phone numbers that had to be dialed to activate them. GTA 5 is the only HD Universe game to have conventional cheats as well as mobile phone cheats. This video contains all cheats for GTA 5 on the PS4 and Xbox One. Players can find a list of all the cheats for the game for PS4 and Xbox One consoles. The Xbox One cheats can also be entered on PCs with a controller. Vehicle cheats in GTA 5. SpawnTrashmaster. PS4, circle, R1, circle, R1, D-pad left, R1, L1, circle, D-pad right, Xbox One /PC, B, airbay, B, airbay, D-pad left, airbay, pound, V, D-pad right. Spawn stretch PS4, R2, D-pad right, L2, D-pad left, R1, L1, circle, D-pad right, Xbox One, RT, D-pad right, LT, D-pad left, airbay, pound, V, D-pad right. Spawn Mallard. PS4, circle, D-pad right, L1, L2, D-pad left, R1, L1, D-pad left, X, triangle.
Xbox One, B, D-pad right, pound, LT, D-pad left, airbay, pound, D-pad left, A, Y.
Spawn Sanchez.
PS4, circle, X, L1, circle, L1, circle, R1, R2, L2, L1, Xbox One, B, A, pound, B, pound, B, airbay, RT, LT, pound.
Spawn Comet.
PS4, R1, circle, R2, D-pad right, L1, L2, X, square, R1. Xbox One, airbay, B, RT, D-pad right, pound, LT, A, X, airbay. Spawn Buzzard attack chopper PS4, circle, L1, circle, L1, L2, R1, triangle, circle, triangle Xbox One, PC, B, pound, B, pound, LT, airbay, Y, B, Y. Spawn Caddy PS4, circle, L1, D-pad left, R1, L2, X, R1, L1, circle, X Xbox One, PC, B, pound, D-pad left, airbay, LT, A, airbay, pound, B, A. Spawn Duster PS4, D-pad right, D-pad left, R1, D-pad left, triangle, X, circle, L1, Xbox One, PC, D-pad right, D-pad left, airbay, D-pad left, Y, A, B, pound.
Spawn Rapid GT PS4, R2, L1, circle, D-pad right, L1, R1, D-pad right, D-pad left, circle, R2 Xbox One, RT, pound, V, D-pad right, pound, airbay, D-pad right, D-pad left, B, RT. Spawn PCJ 600 PS4, R1, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right, R2, D-pad left, D-pad right, square, D-pad right, L2, L1, L1 Xbox One, airbay, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right, RT, D-pad left, D-pad right, X, D-pad right, LT, pound, pound. Give parachute PS4, D-pad left, D-pad right, L1, L2, R1, R2, R2, D-pad left, D-pad left, D-pad right, L1 Xbox One, D-pad left, D-pad right, pound, LT, airbay, RT, RT, D-pad left, D-pad left, D-pad right, pound. Raise wanted level PS4, R1, R1, circle, R2, D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right Xbox One, airbay, airbay, B, RT, D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right. Lower wanted level PS4, R1, R1, circle, R2, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad left Xbox One, airbay, airbay, B, RT, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad left.
Explosive melee attacks PS4, D-pad right, D-pad left, X, triangle, R1, circle, 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 L2 Xbox One, D-pad right, D-pad left, A, Y, airbay, B, 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 LT. Drunk mode PS4, triangle, D-pad right, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right, square, circle, D-pad left Xbox One, Y, D-pad right, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right, X, B, D-pad left.
Fast running PS4, triangle, D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad right, L2, L1, square Xbox One, Y, D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad right, LT, pound, X. Change weather PS4, R2, X, L1, L1, L2, 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 square Xbox One, RT, A, pound, pound, LT, 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 X. Slidey Cars PS4, triangle, R1, R1, D-pad left, R1, L1, R2, L1 Xbox One, Y, airbay, airbay, D-pad left, airbay, pound, RT, pound. Slow motion PS4, triangle, D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad right, square, R2, R1 Xbox One, Y, D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad right, X, RT, airbay. Slow motion aiming PS4, X, L2, R1, triangle, left, X, L2, right, circle Xbox One, X, LT, airbay, Y, D-pad left, X, LT, D-pad right, A.
Recharge special ability PS4, X, X, square, R1, L1, X, D-pad right, D-pad left, X Xbox One, A, X, airbay, pound, A, D-pad right, D-pad left.
Skyfall. PS4, L1, L2, R1, R2, D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right, L1, L2, R1, R2, D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right. Xbox One, pound, LT, airbay, RT, D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right, pound, LT, airbay, RT, D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right.
Invincibility PS4, D-pad right, X, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right, R1, D-pad right, D-pad left, X, triangle Xbox One, D-pad right, A, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right, airbay, D-pad right, D-pad left, A, Y.
Low gravity PS4, D-pad left, L1, R1, L1, D-pad right, D-pad left, L1, D-pad left Xbox One, D-pad left, pound, airbay, pound, D-pad right, D-pad left, pound, D-pad left.
Super Jump PS4, D-pad left, triangle, triangle, D-pad right, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right, square, R1, R2 Xbox One, D-pad left, Y, Y, D-pad right, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right, X, airbay, RT. Max Health and Armor PS4, circle, L1, triangle, R2, X, square, circle, D-pad right, square, L1, L1, L1 Xbox One, B, pound, Y, RT, A, X, B, D-pad right, X, pound, pound, pound.
Weapons PS4, triangle, R2, D-pad left, L1, X, D-pad right, triangle, D-pad down, square, L1, L1, L1 Xbox One, Y, RT, D-pad left, pound, A, D-pad right, Y, D-pad down, X, pound, pound, pound. Flaming Bullets PS4, L1, R1, square, R1, D-pad left, R2, R1, D-pad left, square, D-pad right, L1, L1 Xbox One, pound, airbay, X, airbay, D-pad left, RT, airbay, D-pad left, X, D-pad right, pound, LBT. Spawn BMX, 1999 226 348, 1999 Bandit. Spawn Dodo, 1999 3,984,628, 1999 Extinct. Spawn Duco Death, 1999 33,284,227, 1999 Death Car. Give All Weapons, 1999 866 587, 1999 Tula. Spawn Kraken, 1999 282 2537, 1999 Bubbles. Director Mode, 1999 57,825,368, 1999 LS Talent. Black Cellphone, 1999 367 3767, 1999. Fast Swimming, 1999 468 44557, 1999 Gut Kids.